He was very good, Johnny. More efficient as the game went along. I thought he was driving a lot of pitches through the strike zone, particularly the bottom of the zone. Stayed out of the middle of the plate. He threw a decent number of pitches in the first inning, but then after that, he continued to put up zeros. Very powerful 8 innings of work today. We get him an early lead, a couple of shutdown innings. I don't want to say he cruised, but he was in complete control of this one.
Just talk about finishing the first half by sweeping a team in your division, just by finishing strong.
Yeah, I think this homestand is what we needed. Coming off a tough month of June, we gain a little momentum as we go into the break. We're back swinging the bat, I think, at a pretty good clip. We're getting even contributions up and down the lineup. Sandy Leon, what he's doing in the bottom of the order is a huge lift for us. And when we can get that kind of production out of the bottom third, I think it kind of begins to set us apart some offensively. But to finish up a strong homestand into the break, as I mentioned, the momentum it creates, we've still got some work to do, but like the momentum that we're creating right now.
How fitting was it for David to finish the first half of the home run the way he's been going? What can you say about the first half he had?
It's probably beyond our expectations coming into his final season. He's been so consistent from the final swing of spring training against the Twins. Seemingly hasn't slowed down one bit. Just a powerful, impressive first half of the season. So, days when he's not even in the lineup, you notice it, and his contributions continue to climb. And the lists he continues to elevate himself on the all-time list. It's pretty amazing to see what's going
on. John, the first half, how would you characterize the whole first half as you go into the break here now? It feels like it's been kind of a thrill ride with ups and downs. How do you sum it up?
Dan, I think the biggest thing is I love the way our guys have remained a close-knit group. We've responded to some challenges that have been thrown our way, whether it's been performance inconsistencies, to injuries, to trying to stabilize the back half of the rotation. But yet, we look up, we're 11 over. We're in a decent spot right now as far as the standings go, but a lot of important baseball left ahead. But the continued emergence of our young players is always going to be the theme here as we go through this season. So I like where we're at, and yet there's definitely areas to improve upon.
And for your own thing personally, when the team came home after that trip, there was a little bit of like, is John Farrell on the hot seat? Are you going to get fired? All that. Do you feel like that's kind of like past now? How do you feel about that?
I don't pay a whole lot of attention to it. Honestly, my focus is always going to be remaining inside our walls with the guys in our clubhouse, their needs, what our staff presents to prepare them each and every day. So, I think anything that might be said outside of Fenway can only be a potential distraction. And I just love the way our guys continue to go about their work.
John, you talked about the importance of the fourth and fifth spot rotation. How important is it for David Price to get these kind of outings?
Well, today is an example of what I think everyone sees David's capabilities. And when you've got the three guys at the top of the rotation with some stability, consistency, that sure goes a long way and takes some of the load off that bullpen. But, like I said, in reference to the question before, the areas of improvement I think are obvious to all of us, and we're working at trying to get that right.
I know it's a small sample, but did you like what you saw from Brad in his first outing out there?
Yeah, we'll take 2 strikeouts out of every 3 each time he walks to the mound. But we felt like his style, that submarine type arm slot, that's a really good fit to the remainder of our bullpen. And with the number of quality hitters in our division, he gives us a guy that can potentially match up favorably, a veteran guy that's pitched late in the game, pitched in important roles. So he adds a lot of, I think, proven experience and performance to that back end.
Was it important that he's a veteran coming in to a team such as this that's kind of close together?
I don't know if you want to just single out veteran presence. We were looking to add a quality arm to our bullpen, and we feel like we did.
I mean, you have a fairly substantial travel schedule in the second half, John. How do you translate the success you've had here at Fenway Park into that second half schedule of all road games?
You know, to me, Bill, teams that have been successful on the road, you can point to their bullpen as a main reason why. The depth of it, being able to go to quality arms late in games when you're just trying to keep a game tied or close. So Barnes, Embry, Ross, Lane, those guys are going to play an even more important role as we get out on the road.
How valuable are just the quantity of innings you're getting out of Price? I think this is the fifth time in 7 starts he's finished 8 for you.
Yeah, it has a trickle-down effect. The innings that you can log, quality innings by your starting rotation, yeah, that keeps guys in that bullpen from getting overexposed. So it also means that he's keeping the game under control. It puts us in a position to win. And even some games where, you know, whether it was on the West Coast against San Francisco, a low-run game, he's deep in the ball games. It's quality innings, and he's doing exactly, from the inning standpoint, what we had hoped.